What's good, y'all? Back with another video. YBG, Mr. Real Talk, Humble Success. And this video is going to be straight to the point. It's going to be very simple and very good on the advice I give you. So you better receive this shit. It's up to you to take in, and it's up to you to not. So we're going to start this video right away. You sit down comfortable. Nah, cheat. Just relax. Crack my neck, bro. Damn. So, these are the things you're not supposed to do when you have a girlfriend. These are the things. Some of these things are going to seem very obvious to people who have common sense, but some of these things on the list are going to be very brand new to some people who don't think about these things, I guess. So let's get right straight into the video. If you guys are new to the channel, like and subscribe, leave a comment, give me some advice on what you want me to do, give me some options. I'll be down to listen. I'm open-minded, just so you guys know, and I love to communicate with you guys. So hit me up down. So first thing on the list, obviously we're gonna get the simple and obvious ones out of the way. First thing on the list is cheating, bro. If you don't love your girl, you don't like your girlfriend, break up with her. Don't waste her time. A lot of guys get into relationships they don't really enjoy, and then they end up finding someone else and they just cheat. Like, bro, you're just an idiot, bro. Just leave your girlfriend. If you don't like her, find a new partner if you like that other person. It's that simple. There's no need to lead someone on and drag them with chains down this dirty road, bro. Like, that shit is bullshit. That shows your character. Me personally, I don't trust people who cheat, because if they can do that to their partner, what do you think they'll do to me? As their business partner or whoever the hell they think I am to them. So, number one, don't cheat, bro. Like, you love your girl, don't cheat. It's either you're with her or you're without her. I don't understand this kind of thinking with a lot of guys where they're just like, oh, I don't want to love my girl, but I don't want her to love anybody else, and I don't want anybody else to love her. That's a toxic, and you need some therapy, bro. If you think like that, bro, like, you're weird as fuck and you need therapy, you need help. First of all, you need a slap in the face, because you're damaging all these girls who would actually love somebody. You're ruining it for the next man who would actually need a girl to actually love them unconditionally. So, like, if you're not able to handle the fact you're with a girl, bro, just break up with her, go lust around, and go do your own thing, because that's not healthy. You're just ruining it for the next man, bro. So, number one, cheating. If you feel like cheating, get out of that relationship. There should never be a time where you're just like, I want to throw my whole 9-year relationship. There's literally stories like this. Someone will be in a relationship for 10 years, a decade, bro. I'm talking a decade, and then they'll throw it all away for like a one-night stand just because they feel like it. If you feel like cheating on your girl, and this goes for girls too, if you feel like cheating on your man, just tell him you don't like him anymore, bro. I feel like it's better. It feels better. Like, it feels a lot better to be rejected in that sense, and like to be dumped and to be cheated on. Because, like, it's like, bro, because you're lying to them. You probably told that person you were an honest person. And then now you're lying to them because you weren't honest. You cheated on them. You betrayed them. So, number one is cheating. Number two is lying about what you agree on in the relationship. Lying about what you agree on in a relationship. A lot of guys, a lot of girls, we're keeping this video strictly for the guys, what the things they shouldn't do in a relationship, so I'm going to keep it for the guys. A lot of guys, when they're in relationships, they don't truly align with what their girlfriend thinks, the values, her morals, but they just pretend they're in it with her, just so they don't hurt her feelings. They don't end up breaking up. I'll tell you this right now. If your values and if your future doesn't align, bro, y'all gotta find someone else. And I know that really sucks. Because you might like the person for who they really are, but, bro, it's gonna cause resentment and it's gonna cause problems in the future. So you gotta think ahead. This is why I made in my last video how to approach girls. Like, when you're talking to a girl, you gotta really look at the things you can fish out. You gotta really observe the things about the female. It's not just all about, oh, does she have a pretty face? Does she have a fat ass? Does she have big tits? Like, bro, control your lust and look at what truly matters, you know? Sometimes it's good for you to take it slow and actually have good conversations at the start of your relationship when you guys meet for the first time, you know? So, like, that's what you guys need to think about. So, yeah, if your future and your goals don't align, bro, that's a red flag. Y'all gotta find someone else. And it doesn't necessarily mean that person is bad for you. It just means you guys both don't have the same goals. You guys both don't have the same ideas, you know? So you guys gotta find someone else that have the same ideas, or it's either one of you guys sacrifice, you know? Sometimes people do sacrifice what they had planned for people. You know, I'm not telling you to do that, but you gotta make that choice. It's either you sacrifice what you really want to do, or, bro, you break up, you know? And it doesn't matter how long you've been with that person. It's better to let go of something that you don't see working out than to hold on to something and just damage yourself, damage the both of you guys, you know? I feel like that's very respectable when guys are in long, like, relationships, like, I'm talking like 9-7 years, and then they decide to just, like, break up because they don't want to drag this girl on. They want the girl to go find someone who truly loved them. That's very respectable, you know? You know, as much as it hurts the person, the woman, and the guy, at the end of the day, you're not in a marriage where you're resenting the other person just because you didn't make that decision, you know? So make sure you choose wisely. You know, that's very important. If your futures don't align, you gotta, you know, it's either you make it work or you gotta go. Simple. Number 3 is crashing out. What are you doing crashing out in 2024, bro? Heading to 2025. If you're in front of your girlfriend and you want to impress her, you want to show her how much of a man you are, bro, you're going to get your ass beat one day. I'm telling you this not to be funny. I'm not making jokes. This channel isn't for jokes, bro. If you're going around trying to act like the big dog, trying to fight whoever you see around you just because they're standing there looking at you, and your girlfriend is present, you're going to get shot or you're going to get your ass beat, bro. I've seen many similar stories like this where a lot of guys think they're the shit. They think they can humble a guy for just being there, and then they get their ass beat, bro. I'm telling you this right now, it's not worth it. If a person tries to fight you in public, de-escalate the situation. There's a lot of things you can do. Bro, trust me. Girls have a lot more respect. Women have a lot more respect for guys who are able to control their emotions, in the sense where they don't get riled up. They don't get riled up in here by simple little things, you know? When you're able to, like, have a conversation, someone's trying to start something, and you're able to, like, be all cool about that. They take a jab at you with an insult. You kind of run with it, you know? You kind of just like, a word, what you saying? Like, you don't really take it serious. But your girlfriend's gonna be like, oh, this guy has control, self-control. Self-control is one of the most respectable things females have for men. You know, when they see a man with self-control, they respect that. That's really attractive, bro. So if you're getting up in here and you're wilding just because a guy called you ugly, bro, that's stupid. You know, that's very stupid. And I've had many situations, especially in my relationship, when, like, something happened and then my girlfriend thought it would be a situation for me to crash out, but I didn't. And she's just like, honestly, it's actually good you have self-control, because it's like you're not putting yourself in bad situations where I have to worry about you. When you're a guy who crashes out, you're emotional, bro. When you're crashing out, then your girl is looking after you. You're like a child, bro. It's 2024, bro. You gotta do better. You gotta do better, bro. I'm telling you this right now. Not to diss y'all, but just to tell y'all the truth. De-escalate the situation. You know? Someone comes up to you, starts shit. You know? De-escalate the situation. I'm not saying be a pussy. You can talk back. You can say something. You can say what's needed to be said. But when you get all emotional, you're just like, bro, say that one more time. What are you gonna do? It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Just, no. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. The only thing crashing out is gonna end you up in is jail, or you're gonna get killed. You know? And I've had several situations on the receiving end of seeing boyfriends who crash out for the most littlest like things. It's like, bro, you look goofy, bro. Your girlfriend is feeling me when you're crashing out, bro. That's all I gotta say. Is one time, let me give you a story real quick. And now I'm kind of yapping, but there was one time I was walking. Right, I was walking. I forgot where I was going. This was a long time ago. I think like 1 or 2 years ago. Like 1 or 2 years ago, around a year and a half ago. So I was just walking, and then like I saw this guy and his girlfriend. Right, it was in McDonald's. They entered before me. The guy turned around and he kept looking at me, and I was kind of just like, okay. I look back. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't really like back down. If you're looking at me, I'm kind of curious of why you're looking at me, because I'm not doing anything crazy. It's not like I'm standing in front of you naked or anything, bro. So I was just like, why is this guy looking at me in my head? The guy just kept looking at me, so I was just like, okay, word. He looked away, so I just looked away. I was just like, okay. Right, so then came to the point after I ordered the junior chicken or some shit like that. They ordered before me, and because they got in there before me. And then he was standing at the receiving end where you get your food. And there was this thing where you can rest upon. I went there and I sat. It was kind of like beside them. We'll say about 6 foot apart, COVID kind of distance. The guy just looked at me. His girlfriend was standing in front of him, like on the side. He was standing like right here. The guy had to look over his girlfriend to see if I was looking. He was like this. I'm like, bro, why are you doing this, right? And he's like mean mugging me. In my head, I'm just like, if I was the kind of guy who would crash out, bro, I would beat your ass, because like I knew I could beat his ass. I knew I could beat his ass. Like I was bigger than him, and I've been in a couple fights. I don't know much about him, but like he was small. He was like some really skinny dude, bro. Wearing a t-shirt. I could obviously tell his appearance, I'm not saying this to judge people based on size, but what I'm trying to say is, when you can beat someone's ass, because someone who can fight wouldn't even be behaving like that. So I was just like, bro, I could beat this nigga's ass and show him how much of a real nigga I am right now in front of his bitch. Right? That was the kind of mindset I was thinking in my head. I was just like, nah, it's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, crashing out, what's that gonna get me? Let's say I crashed out, I beat his ass, McDonald's calls the cops to arrest me, even though he punches me first, at the end of the day, I still went over there and crashed out, but the reason I'm telling you this story is because, well, you guys have to learn to have self-control, especially if you're in a relationship. And the way his girlfriend was looking at him, she was kind of just like, bro, like, you're doing too much, I don't even know this guy's name, and you're on his dick for coming to dance too. Like, bro, we're both making bad choices. Like, leave me alone. So, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, like, if you're really thinking to crash out over something that simple, bro, should you really be in a relationship? Like, if you're that, you don't have confidence in yourself, I live my life to the point where I'm just like, bro, if a guy comes up to my girlfriend and talks to her and I'm there, I'll let him talk. She's a human being. She's part of society. I'll allow her to have conversations with people. Whatever she chooses to do is how I would react, what I'll choose to do. If she chooses to entertain the guy, if he's clearly flirting with her, then I'll choose not to be with her, because at the end of the day, bro, you can't hold your girlfriend like this and hold her tight from the world, from other high value men, bro. There's gonna be high value men all over the world, bro. So can't really do anything. If she chooses to choose you every day, then boom. Because a female is never yours, bro. It's just your turn with her. If she chooses to choose you every day, then it's always your turn, That's the kind of mentality you should have. You shouldn't be trying to crash out because a guy is standing there, bro. That's just weird, bro. Shows how little of a man you are, And I said I was going to talk about crying in the end. I think when I was writing this thing down, I said I was going to talk about crying. What was that? Number 4, crying, right? Crying is something you have to limit, Crying is something you have to limit. I've cried in front of my girlfriend, and obviously I'm not going to spew out why I did it, because that's personal reasons. But when I think back to it, I'm just like, it has to be a reason. I don't believe men shouldn't have emotions. You're a human being, right? You should express yourself. You should tell the girl you're with how you feel. If she has a problem with that, then she gotta go, because she's not the one for you. So you gotta be able to express how you feel. But as a man, if you're a guy, you also have to be able to maintain that. You have to be able to maintain that. If you're crying, it has to be something really serious. It can't be something like, oh, I had a hard day at work, babe. It was tough. My manager bitched me out. Bro, if you don't like your life, change it, fix it. That's on you. You're a man, bro. That's different. But if it's something, someone died, God forbid your mother dies, God forbid your family members die, God forbid your friends die, you're crying over that, or it's something to do with your relationship that is very serious, then yeah, you can cry. But I'm not talking about bawling your eyes out, bro. When she saw me, Kyle, tears were just flowing, bro. Tears were just flowing. So what I'm trying to do is that as a guy, you're supposed to be able to control your emotions. You're supposed to be able to maintain that aura of calmness. Be stoic, man. What I want you guys to do before this video, after this video ends, is go search up stoic. Go search up stoic. I want you guys to listen to a couple stoic videos, the message they have for you. What does it mean to be a stoic? I want you guys to listen to that and, take inspiration from that for your daily lives. To summarize this all, if you have a chick, back to the fighting thing, back to the crash out one. If you have a girlfriend who wants you to crash out, she's always putting you in situations to fight, get out of there, run away from her. Break up with her. If you're in a bad relationship, a relationship where, what's it called? The girl you're with isn't satisfying you, you guys are fighting, you're not happy with her, break up with her, find a new person. Don't dump your trauma on her by cheating on her. Control yourself. If you're just a guy who is lusting over women while you're in a relationship, the grass always seems greener on the other side, bro. It's always greener on the other side until you get there. Then you realize the girl you were with actually did a lot for you emotionally, physically. You'd realize you actually love her. So if you love someone, hold on to them dearly and don't break their hearts. Don't be tempted by, don't be moved by temptation. You know what I mean? Control yourself. Be able to control your mind. That's what being a man is all about. I'll tell you this right now. I see beautiful women on a daily basis. My girlfriend is also beautiful, but I also see beautiful women on a daily basis. But I understand that the connection I have with my girlfriend, is something that puts her above all these women. That's the kind of mind you gotta have. If you don't have that kind of connection with the girl you're with, try and build that. If it's not working, you leave her and find someone else. But at the end of the day, your life should always be about self-improvement. Self-improvement. It should be about, oh, I want to find a girlfriend, I want to do this, I want to do that, bro, because that's not how life is. I want you guys to watch the video of how to get a girlfriend. Link in the description. I'll post it right there for you guys. That's all I have for you guys really for today. Hope you all have a blessed day. Humble success. We'll talk shit. Gang.